What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got the car here and it's pretty dirty, but it's running really good since the dyno tune. Just want to let you guys know, moving on with the channel, the next project is upgrading the sound system in the car, and the head unit we ordered just got here today. So I'll be showing you guys that right now in a bit, and we'll go ahead and get that installed. I'll go ahead and get that installed another day, but for you guys it's just going to be the same video, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so here are all the products, and everything that I have here will be linked in the description below if you guys want to go with the same setup that I have or a similar setup. And the route that I went with was to try to make this install process as plug and play as possible. Okay, so I got most of the stuff on crutchfield.com. They make it really easy to shop for audio equipment, for vehicles. This video isn't sponsored, I wish, but you guys should really go check that out. They make it really simple. You just put in whatever vehicle you have, and then they give you a whole library of what fits your vehicle and like what you want to go with. So for the head unit itself, I went with the Pioneer, the AVH W4500 NEX, and I went with this one because well, one is the Apple CarPlay, but not only that, it's wireless compatible, so that means I don't need to have my phone plugged in to the USB in order to access the CarPlay. So I'll go ahead and get this opened up in a second. Some other products that I got was the Maestro, the iDataLink Maestro SW. They do have the RR and the RR2, which is the newer ones, but the difference between this and the RR and the RR2 is that with the RR and RR2, you can display like some other gauges to monitor how your car is doing and the performance of your car. But since I do have the access port on the WRX, I already have that connected to the OBD, and the RR and the RR2 connect via the OBD port. So this one just is going to retain the steering wheel controls, so it was a little cheaper because of that. And I also got this harness, came from Crutchfield. They offer the ready harness, so what they do is that they do all the splicing and to the Pioneer, to the OEM speakers head unit, and this is the connection for the Maestro, the SW, the steering wheel controls. And then there's some other connections, but I'll have to look at that in a second. But here is the vehicle antenna adapter, so we can still listen to the radio. I forgot what this blue wire is for, but I don't think we need to connect to anything. I will get back to you guys on that. But for now, let's move on. These other two harnesses I got from Amazon. One of the I got them from Amazon, but they're from autohouseharness.com, and I might have gotten the same harness twice, I believe, which is gonna be, I think, this one, the one that goes from the Pioneer to the stock head unit, which is this one from Crutchfield. But I decided to get both of them because I'd rather have two than not have any of them at all. So essentially I want this install to be as plug and play as possible without having to splice anything, because I know splicing for some people might be a little intimidating. So I'm gonna try to make this install as easy and hassle-free as possible. And this other harness is for, I think it's for the, oh yeah, for all the, like the backup camera and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. And then apart from that, we got the dash kit from Crutchfield as well. It's the Skosh. And let me get this opened up so you guys can see. So they do have two. They have a cheaper one that's a black and silver, but I opted to go for the all black one, which is a little more expensive, but I mean, I'd rather just keep the all black look, the piano black look of the OEM dash kit. So let's go ahead and check this out. Wow, the quality feels really good right off the bat. So this is the piano black, and it feels like really high quality. There's no scratches or scuffs or chips or anything, but overall it feels really durable, sturdy. The paint, amazing. This is pretty much flawless, and the other brackets are right here, so we'll get that installed in a bit. But first, let me just get rid of all this clutter so we can open the Pioneer head unit itself. One more thing before I forget, before you install this, you want to go ahead and plug it in right here. There's a cable included, they say. So what you want to do is get this unit, hook it up to your computer, and what you want to do is essentially flash it so that you can tell this unit what car it's going to be installed on and what each button is going to be for. So like obviously you want the volume up to be the volume up, right? So you're just going to program it to tell the unit what each button on the steering wheel is for, and after that then you'll be ready to install it. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to pop off this AC console with the emergency lights off. I just pulled back on it. I just like put my fingers in here in the back and just started pushing it out, and then carefully just pull the whole thing out. But before you completely take it out, you want to disconnect these two wires that are connecting to the two buttons, and then just set that aside, and that'll expose the two 10mm bolts that are right here. And then you have another one down here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's in there. That one right there. And then you have another one over here on the passenger side. So you want to remove the glove box, and how you do that is you just open it up. You disconnect this little hydraulic retainer, I guess, and then just pull it off from the bottom and carefully remove it out, and that'll expose it to the other 10mm bolt that's in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah. And then you want to go ahead, loosen up those 4 10mm bolts, and then you can carefully pull out the stock head unit and disconnect everything, and the AC controls too. So we'll do that next. The 4 bolts taken off, you want to go ahead and just pull on the head unit carefully. It's held on by some like clips right here and down here, but you just want to go ahead and carefully pull it off. And before yanking it off, you want to go ahead and disconnect the AC controls and then all the other wiring for the stock unit, which we have right here, which we did. And then after you do that, you want to dismount the AC control unit itself. It's 4 Phillips screws. I'm gonna have to get a thinner screwdriver to get those two, but we got the first two off, and then we'll go ahead and transfer it to the Scosche dash kit. So after you do that, you want to go ahead and put the AC unit in place and use the existing screws to screw it down. And let me tell you guys, the fitment is pretty spot on. I don't see anything sticking out or any gaps, but it looks really good. So from here, we're gonna get the mounts on the new aftermarket, the Pioneer head unit, and then we'll get everything connected and we'll get everything tested out, make sure all the functions, the speakers are working, and the backup camera too. Alright, so once you've done your wiring, connecting the harnesses from Auto Harness House, which we did these, then you want to go ahead and get the harness that came with the head unit itself, which is this one, the one that has all the labels. And pretty much all you're going to be connecting is these three, which is your audio input, and then your rear view camera, which is the backup camera. So these three, you're going to do the red with the red, the white with the white, and then the yellow, which is that goes to the backup camera, to the brown. And then all these extra ones this one's for an aux cable. I don't think I'm going to be running an aux, but if in the future I do decide to do an aux cable, I'll connect it into this. And then these are for like other speakers, like if I wanted to add some front output, rear output, and then for a subwoofer if you want to add one. And then these are for other cameras if you wanted to add more. So after all that, just get everything tucked away. And then after you've flashed your Maestro for the steering wheel controls, which is this one right here, I already flashed mine, you're gonna go ahead and get the smallest pin. So this one right here, you're gonna go ahead and connect it into the back right here. Just clicks in like that, and then you can get everything tucked away. So from here, basically all you need is these three up top, and then this one for the AC controls. So then you're gonna go ahead and get the wire that came with the steering wheel controls, and you're gonna plug in the blue into this blue port right here. Click in. And we don't have to worry about this wire. I think this is just like an external power. So you can get that tucked away. So now we just need this one. Alright, so then you're going to want to get the brackets installed on the head unit itself. You're going to want to play around with it a bit just to see how you want the fitment. If you want it flush with the dash, or if you want it to stick out a bit. But I found this position to be the best for me, so we'll go ahead and start to get everything connected. So first one I'm gonna do is gonna be for the steering wheel control, and this one is gonna plug into right here where it says WR. Let's go ahead and get that plugged in. And so here's our microphone connection, and this one is gonna go in where it says mic down here. So you're gonna go ahead and plug this one in. Move this one out of the way. It just goes in there. And then now we're gonna do our antenna, which goes in over here on the far right. Just like that. The Pioneer. This is gonna be on this one right here. So it's just gonna go in like that. Make sure that's in good. And then this other one is gonna go over here. So we'll plug that in. Just like that. And now we've got everything connected. So make sure all the wires are tucked. You don't want to get these caught behind there. So just put those up for now. And then we'll position head unit to go in. Go ahead and take these two 10mm bolts to hold the bracket in place. And just get those on. Just loosely. And then I believe you're gonna take these smaller ones that came with the Pioneer unit to hold it down from the bottom. Then we'll tighten down our 10mm bolts up top. Alright, now that we got that tightened down, this isn't gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna test it out, make sure everything's working fine like this before I put anything on. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a bit, so stay tuned. Alright, so we got everything plugged in and I tested everything out and everything works fine. I'll go ahead and show you guys the boot up and all that stuff. So we'll go through a little bit of the functions. So that's what it looks like. Startup screen. That noise is from the DVD player, since this does have a DVD player. I think it's pretty cool. So I already connected my phone to the CarPlay, but this is also like the Bluetooth. But we'll go to the home settings. There you can go to the CarPlay. Everything works great. The response is really good. This is my first head unit and my first head unit install, and it was just super easy with these harnesses. Like I said, I'll have everything linked down below, but everything just came out like so simple, stress-free, and like the head unit itself is just amazing. Like it's crazy smooth. We'll go back to the home. We'll go to the home settings for the head unit, and then right here you can also even adjust it, so like if you want it to stick out a little more depending on the angle of the car. But we'll have that down, and then if you want to eject it too, you press that button and then it'll like go right here, so then you can take it out and stuff. So like you just push like that, then it'll just automatically go back to normal. And then once you're ready to put it back on, just push it in like that, and then you're all set, and then it'll boot up on its own. You can also set a password, but I don't think I'll be doing that. So then you go back to the settings, and then radio works good. Right here you can go to all the inputs that you have, the Bluetooth, screen mirroring. See, I just got a message, so it'll go to the CarPlay and then it'll go to show the messages. You can go right here, and then it can read the messages to you, or you can send a message with your voice. So then you just go back there, and and it's really cool, guys. The steering wheel controls work great. The sound system is just so much better. Like, it's crazy how much just swapping out the head unit can make a huge difference. But like with the microphone that I'm using to record this, I don't think it justifies how much better the audio system sounds, but trust me guys, it's a huge jump from the stock head unit to this. Also, the steering wheel controls work great. Like the volume up, the volume down. But yeah, everything works great. So now from here, I'll go ahead and get the dash kit installed, which I have down here. We'll get the AC harness on, and then we'll get these two harnesses on for this portion, and I'll get back to you guys really quick. Alright, so hopefully from this angle you guys can see everything, but I got the AC harness on, and then you're just gonna start from the bottom. So, just get everything lined up. You hear those pop in. Start from the bottom, work your way up to the top, the corners in. Everything is great. The fitment with this is just spot on. So now from here, let me see if you guys can see, we're gonna get these plugged in. This gray one's gonna go to the bottom, and the white one's gonna go to the top, the emergency lights. Just go ahead and get this. Plugged in, and then we'll go ahead and get this into place. And then same thing, just start from one side. Pop in, towards the middle, just push, so everything snaps into place. And make sure you check for gaps too. Everything's perfect. So here's a little quick look at how smooth the backup camera is. So go ahead and put it in reverse, and everything looks amazing. Like, the video is just so smooth, and it also has other it has other markers too, so you guys can have those too, and you can adjust it as well, but I like to keep the stock ones. I mean, it just looks really good. So backup camera works, and now we got the head unit installed. So this dash kit is just spot on. I'm glad I went with the all black rather than the black right here and then silver down here, but everything looks like OEM, and the quality is just so much better, such a huge jump. So from here, I'll probably be looking into a subwoofer, but for now, I think this is just perfect for now. The sound quality is so much better, so yeah. So thank you guys for joining me once again, and I hope this video helped you guys into giving you another input on another stereo system. I couldn't find that many videos on this specific one, but the install was super easy. Everything was plug and play. The fitment is perfect, spot on, and the quality is just amazing, phenomenal. So I would give this head unit a 5-star review. But thank you guys for joining me, and stay tuned for the next one. I'll probably be washing my car, so you guys can see my process on that. But thank you guys so much. Follow the Instagram, hit the like button on this video if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comments, or you guys can message me on Instagram. I'll have that link too. But like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much.